yourself with what you are. It is not a small subject if anybody thinks it is a simple seminar. You are really mistaken. And those who are missing it is also you are missing a lot in life. Now, it's always interesting to hear from a professional what sort of an explanation that we are going to give when you wanted to present yourself. In the modern education policy, this is exactly being indirectly addressed that you must be in a position to talk about yourself, what you want, where you have come from, why you want. All these things is one aspect, and tell something. What is your efficiency? Your name, your father name, you're married or unmarried, date of birth. All these things are generally the Rotary introductions. When we go to the Rotary Club, they introduce like this: happily married to Sailaja. We don't know whether they have happily married or unhappily married. It is immaterial to the society. But as a candidate, if you are going for a job, putting for a job, preparing a resume relevant to the particular job which you are applying, is the most important aspect of anybody's life. As a student, as a lecturer, as an individual, as a seeker, I can say as a seeker of anything, even if you go to some great personality, you must introduce yourself. Sir, I need this. You have to talk about why you need this. Because I am this. So this is a very interesting topic. I am really excited. I must be congratulating both the speaker and my colleague and learned person, Dr. Ramana. And also, of course, always we have a big background, that is Acharya Nagarjuna University. Shivaram Prasad Garu is another wonderful personality. He always look for the development of the society and the front. We are strongly associated with that as a Hindu College of Management and also, of course, a university. And today, we have really got an intellectual personality who has chosen this topic. I don't know, how can I say that she is an intelligent man, intelligent lady? Because choosing the subject itself speaks something. So I am thrilled with that for choosing the subject. And also 500 students now I am seeing are accepting it. My sincere request is, under any the circumstances, don't quit, because you are missing, literally missing forever from the society and from the application of a job, because here she is helping you to tell, to know, to present yourself. If you absent, you will be absenting from the required field of education, employment, or for any further studies or any research and development. So it is my personal feeling. Once again, I am thrilled, excited, and I really welcome and respect the speaker who is going to take up this subject to the larger number of students and the university for being with us. And the management, the smartness of our principal for choosing this. Great, thank you very much. I am also going to be in the topic and to listen about it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now, I invite Professor Ramineni Sivaram Prasad Garu, Head of the Department of Commerce and Business Administration, Acharya Nagarjuna University, to address the participants about the significance of today's online guest lecture. Over to Professor Ramineni Sivaram Prasad Garu. Sir, please.
Thank you, Manish. And respected Cheru Ramakrishnamurthy Garu and Lakshnayan Garu, and post PG MBA Commerce and Management School Director Dr. S.V. Ramana Garu, and as today important speaker of the today webinar is none other than Triveni Garu, General Manager, Diagnostics, and research scholars, participant, my dear student friends, good morning to all of you. First, I want to congratulate again Hindu School of Management. Very dynamic management. Once I think we inform, or once we discuss anything, academic management as well as the institutional management, both the people together within a simple span of time come forward and organizing this type of very, very relevant areas for the student community for the sake of their employability. That's why I want to congratulate by name each one for their contribution towards the society. Said regarding to the, and I'll also congratulate the Triveni madam. She accepted in spite of her busy schedule for this webinar. Come to the topic, how to prepare a resume for the successful career and employability is concerned. And job getting is concerned, how to we prepare. The topic is very relevant today. Reason, once upon a time, based on the resume or the physical interview face-to-face, employers selecting the employees. But today, because of the information revolution, so many recruitment agencies, e-recruitment agencies came forward and has been taking the e-resumes or the biodata or the curriculum, whatever it may be, these are the different type of the synonyms to the resume. Now they're taking it and analyzing with the help of other software. Analyzing it. And employers inviting the prospective people for the respective organization. How this person or biodata is useful for my company. What is his experience? So what type of other qualities and skills he is possessing. These are all taken account and inviting the people to the interview. But earlier, very, very traditional way, resumes was preparing in my and Lakshminarayan and Ramana Gari days. The resume preparation, I think, is not an important, just only name and address and small degrees, and that's only incorporated in the curriculum. But today is different. Earlier, traditional way, 14 bullets are there. 14 bullets, that means name, address. Name is one bullet. Address is address one. Communication is second bullet. Third one is the qualifications. Third bullet. Fourth one is what call experience. So this way, 14 bullets that we have. Very, very conventional. Still today, majority of the students that I am advising you, my dear friends, just you are simply download the biodata model from the internet and fill the gaps and the same submit it. It has become monotonous. Please beware about it. Take care about resume preparation. Very cautiously. Try to incorporate very, very relevant information. Little bit like finally only, but you are now, majority of the students I am observing, mashallah they are adding. No, mashallah might be 4 or 5% is okay. But entire, I think, lies that you incorporated in the resume, definitely the employers or the professional HRs they are almost all familiar with the, what call the job seeker's mind. Very familiar. What actually lies, how much to it, they may find out very easy way. So my dear students, take care. But what is my request is, by data point of view, a communication point of view, wonderful communication address you can give it simultaneously. Very important thing is, one point that I will tell you, I emphasize particularly resume, while you preparing the resume, that is survival skills. Survival skills need to submit or incorporate in the biodata. Survival skills means, that is only I want to tell to all of you. For example, suppose you have proficient in the one foreign language, that you try to exhibit it, elevate it. With the help of that language, how that we have developing livelihood, the same you try to elevate it. So automatically your opportunities maybe definitely will increase. Simultaneously, cooking. Suppose the organization want to host you in a very distant place and nook and corner of the nation or any other nation, right? Once cooking ability that you have, right? Definitely survival is very, very easy to you. I don't have, I am a dependent, I am a parasite, and without a mother, I can't survive. So these are our wife not possible to survive. This type of the things may not work out. But please, survival skills, swimming, cooking, and I may adjust any type of weather, any type of weather. Some of the people just, deploy, sent to the, what called Bangalore. Are there one company I know, one of my students deployed in the China. He's returned back within 2 months. Reason is unable to cope up with himself with that weather. So these are the issues. A weather point of view, I may adjust any type of the weather conditions. So that is also very important. This way you try to exhibiting. So many are there. The professional and that speaker is already will cover all the important content. Survival skills try to incorporate maximum and identify your strength, and the same you try to incorporate in the resume. Then your resume may be definitely maybe superior, and it is almost always very, very resourceful. Then employers and HR department definitely take into account you. So with this, I congratulate again all the participants and management, and welcome the Triveni madam. With this, I hope definitely this lecture will give good insight to all my MBA deemed executives. They may get some insights and for the preparation of the biodata and resume as well as resume. With this, thank you one and all, and hand over the session to the Manish.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable message. The program is going to start in a short while. Before that, I am pleased to introduce the guest speaker of today's webinar, one of the eminent personalities in the name of woman entrepreneur, C.H.TRIVENI. She completed her schooling at Guntur and further educated with Master of Commerce from Osmania University campus and Master of Business Administration from Nagpur University. She had a 15+ years of very rich experience as a strategic senior HR professional and human-centric design player with majorly in healthcare, pharma, and electronics sectors. As a strategic senior HR professional, she handled national and international projects in United States of America and South Asia. She is currently working as Senior General Manager, HR, LUCID Medical Diagnostics, which has a gigantic hold on radiology, cardiology, and pathology labs widespread across India. She worked closely with organizational leadership as a strategic planner, partnering through human capital with respect to setting up of a department from policies to operations, employer branding, and personality traits assessment. Apart from this, she is having passion to interact with young minds, especially students who are pursuing master's degree in the areas of commerce and business administration. Madam, it is time that our students are waiting to receive your valuable lecture. Welcome, madam. Over to C.H.TRIVENI, madam. Over to you, madam.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thanks to Nagarjuna University and Hindu College for giving me an opportunity to share my views on the subject given, how to write a resume effectively, face an interview successfully. In fact, I'm not going to give you anything unknown to you. I'm just reminding you what you have already understood. My complete presentation revolves on 2 points. Know yourself, be yourself. I'm just repeating. Know yourself and be yourself. Although it sounds different, in a broader spectrum, it is totally connected to the subject given by the university. How to write a resume effectively? Do we really require a resume? Yes, we do require a resume because it has its own significance. It works like an instrument or an accomplishment that reaches in the hands of the recruiter before you physically attend for an interview. Therefore, it has projected effectively and need to have a keywords. Because the recruiter always searches for the keywords, he will have not more than 2 to 3 minutes to view your CV from top to the bottom. He always tries to search for the keywords and then passes to the next levels of recruitment to shortlist it. Remember, it is not only you always require a job, even the employer is equally searching for you. The employer is equally searching for you, my dear. Only thing is the equation has to match. We are working for that. The spark should come out of it. How to do this? In fact, the first 5 to 6 years of your experience are how to get the different variety of experiences into your job profile. So majorly, do not get into illusion that you should get only into the MNCs. No. Any job which gives you a valuable experience is your way. Whether it is an MNC or a large scale, small scale, or even a startup, an experience is an experience. It is your art, how you derive the things out of it. No job is good or bad. It is one's own perspective. Coming to the point, you decide whether you want to be a small fish in an ocean or a whale ship in a small pond. This is your own decision, and you have to own the decision. Coming to the points of formats. Don't get disturbed with more and more types of formats. If you browse, you can get hundreds of formats. Formats vary from sector to sector, profession to profession, experience to experience. Here I'm emphasizing more on perspective of students. When coming to the point, how to write a resume effectively, I'm saying just before preparing a resume, know yourself. Sit for some time peacefully. Understand yourself, what you have been done for the past 15 or 16 years of your study period. Get the diamonds out of your experience. Give the insights. Introspect yourself. Do the internal journey. You will certainly get some diamonds out of it. Then start writing on a paper. That automatically becomes a wonderful resume. You don't require to put any other efforts more than this. So matching these points with the career objective, don't ignore the point career objective. It has its own significance. Why? Because you're going to invest minimum of 2 to 3 years in a company where your career objective should match with the vision of the company. In the sense, you're going to be with the people of the company and you're going to be with the corporate culture. And of course, your complete progress depending upon your objective with the vision of the company. So never do any cut, copy, paste, writing a career objective. The other thing is qualifications. Whenever you write qualifications, also mention academic and non-academic qualifications so that the employer will understand that you're career oriented. Not only that, you're multi-talented. Academic projects. What do you mean by here? Whenever you describe academic projects, think in two different ways. One is knowledge. The second is ability. What is the difference between the both while writing or describing academic projects? Knowledge is what you will get while directly connected to the project with your own subject. The direct information which you get from the project is the knowledge. And what is the ability? Ability is nothing but your insights, your inbuilt quality by observing the project. Therefore, the academic project should contain both knowledge and the observed knowledge. Coming to the next point is hobbies and achievements. Always mention your hobbies. Why? Because recruiter understands how you de-stress yourself. Hobbies doesn't mean that it's singing, dancing, painting, like that. Anything that cleanses you from the bottom of the heart is a hobby. Anything that gives you pleasure, doing it again and again is a hobby. So always mention hobbies in the column of hobbies and achievements. And don't be gender specific. Why? Because if a boy would like to write that cooking is his hobby, or stitching is his hobby, never hesitate to write. Write anything that gives you pleasure is a hobby. Achievements, definitely. Anything which you feel that is an achievement. Directly write that as your specific point. Coming to the personal details, generally personal details in the sense we mention, name, address, email ID, telephone numbers, father, designation, place of birth, and all those things. I emphasize here, so because these are the points which generally we encounter while shortlisting a resume, do not write unprofessional mail IDs. Just like pinku@gmail.com, chinku@gmail.com. No. The mail ID should reflect professionally. Not only that, the numbers, the telephone numbers which you mentioned, that should ring first, my dear. And it should be yours because the employer is searching for you. And most of the times what we see is you mention another email ID in the portals and the resume will contain a different mail ID. So search engine will not have the capacity to match with each other. So it should be same. You decide which mail ID or which number you want to mention everywhere whenever you post a resume. And then coming to the point, wherever it is required to mention that the designation of your father, let's say your father is a farmer or a tailor, never hesitate to mention the designation of the father because the employer will understand how much of hardships you would have faced while reaching this stage and how you have managed yourself with the limited financial resources. So mention whatever the content which is truthful in a resume and be confident enough to produce it. Coming to the point of how to face an interview successfully. I'm just mentioning here, be yourself. Just be yourself. Things automatically will take care of you. Things will automatically take care of you if you're with yourself. Of course, need to say some of the points. Presentable outfit. We don't require to be beautiful. We don't require to be handsome. Just be presentable how you are. Never compare yourself with anybody because you're unique. You're born unique. Your existence itself is unique. Nobody can play your role better than you in the world. Nobody else can play your role better than you in the world. Just be yourself. Never compare yourself with anybody. The comparison either brings you ego or the depression. Comparison will bring either the ego or the depression. Both are harmful, my dear. Just be yourself. I'm just giving another example. If the rose flower thinks that it does not have a fragrance like a jasmine, then the rose loses its identity slowly, being a beautiful flower. Vice versa. If a jasmine thinks that it is not as beautiful as like rose, then slowly it starts losing its fragrance. In the sense, if you start comparing with each other, you will lose your own identity. You're born different. Realize that. Coming to the point of communication. Language is only a medium of expression. It is only a medium of expression, but it is not the knowledge. It is not the knowledge. It is used to express your power, nothing else. Most of us think that if somebody speaks good English, then we think that they're more knowledgeable. And we encounter many times a farmer who is uneducated is more intellectual than us. So understand, language is only a medium of expression, and we have every right to do mistakes in English because it's a foreign language. We do mistakes and we learn out of it. Nothing is wrong in it. And one more point I would like to suggest here is, most of us, to learn English, we try to attend some spoken English classes and we struggle ourselves. I just try to explain you a beautiful technique which I went through is make sure that your thought process goes in English. What is this thought process? Everybody will have an inner voice, which is called as thought process. Mostly, their own mother tongue becomes the inner voice. I'll tell you with an example. I would like to wake up in the morning. Then my mind says, I should wake up in the morning. अगर आप हिंदी वाले हो तो आपका सोच ऐसा चलेगा कि मुझे कल सुबेरे उठना चाहिए. If you are a Telugu speaking person, నేను రేపు పొద్దున్నే నిద్ర లేవాలి. In the sense, the content is the same, but the inner voice speaks in mother tongue because we are born there and we used to speak in mother tongue. So the day goes like that. If you can able to make this inner voice into English, then you can save the money rather attending for spoken classes. As well, you can also save your time. Start working on this. It works. So your inner voice should be in English so that you can work on present, past, and future, not only in tenses or direct, indirect speeches. Everything comes because the day goes like that. Coming to the next point is be confident. I'm saying don't try to be confident because trial is always a trial. Just be confident. How to be confident. First and foremost, I suggest you, most of us will not do this, is start reading few of the positive quotations, at least one in a week. Try to read one positive quotation at least once in a week and remember and recollect in the entire week to think about it, because it's the spark which has come from within of a particular person with a lot of thought process. Just you swallow it. In that particular week, you will understand what it is. You will never know when you have become confident enough while reading all such beautiful quotations. And number 2, love yourself. Just stand in front of a mirror and look at yourself. How beautifully you have been sculptured by the Almighty. You're the most wonderful and beautiful person who has been sculpture ever in the past, not in the present, not going to be in the future. So just love yourself and just stay away from the people who always try to demoralize yourself. If any comments comes towards you, if it is positive, definitely it boosts your confidence. If it is negative, then just try to understand the theme behind the comment. If something is going to lift your personality, adopt it. Otherwise, just leave it. And start loving yourself. You look different day by day, day by day. Coming to the point, express yourself. Dear, this is most important point because most of us do not express ourselves. Then we remain like a technician, not more than that. I know that you're talented, you're knowledgeable, but you have to sell out yourself. You have to sell out yourself. You should have life skills. You should know how to project yourself whenever it is required. If you're silent, when the situation demands, then nobody can help you. Because there are so many people will take your knowledge as their own knowledge and project themselves and progress in their lives. And then you be there where you are supposed to. You will not reach to the heights where you want to go. So always express yourself whenever it is required in the life. Of course, world is yours. Rest is success. Success is a journey. It is not a destination. It is a journey. Enjoy the encounters which comes across. And there is no shortcut for the success. You have to work for it. You have to work for it. This is what my piece of knowledge, which I would like to share with you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Yes, Nanda garu.
Sir, చెప్పండి sir.
Actually, some of the good points the madam mentioned.
Yes, sir.
One of the important thing is because of your unique your unique resource strength need to exhibit, and communication point of view also, whatever the languages you know, what languages point of view you are proficient, a very confident way you may try to incorporate in the what called a resume. Already I told you earlier is survival skills. Survival skills is point of view employers always looking. Your strengths and your likes are always there observing. And based on your resume, whatever that you have present actually in the resume, same points they may focus in the interview. I try to understand interview is a different type of what call the questions may be take place there. A question is based on your resume. Madam rightly pointed out very important, relevant points, particularly she has emphasized. Don't, what is my advice is don't follow the internet-based, download-based resumes. Please, you take care about, right? You prepare your own way, especially your hobbies and what your work experience, especially your specialization. One important thing is management curriculum. You have an industrial interactions. Industrial interaction point of view, you please what you observe. For example, you applying for one company. You study the company products, company supply chain management, company logistic managements, and different type of what call deficiencies is company side. So same, you try to solutions that you have presented at the interview board. Not doubt about you are the resourceful person and very required person for the particular that organization. So many, generally we are in the different interview boards. First we only looking the students, their resources, their skills, their perception skill, especially perception skill. That is very, very important, play very vital role. So with this, actually, success at interview is very easy. The separate questions they never ask it. And whatever that you are present in the resume, maximum questions generally based on that they are asking. And try to exhibit the what call your project skills. Where did you have completed your project? And what that you learned through the project? And apprenticeship is concerned, you try to exhibit your what call your knowledge through the resume. Through that, in interview, definitely success is yours. But this topic is a very good topic. Madam rightly mentioned. And then lecture, you raise the questions and Madam will plan. Now, I hand over the session to the Dr. S.V. Ramnagar.
Over to Principal, sir.
Thank you, sir. It's a very pleasant session, I must say. In a very pleasant manner, Madam has put forward the different aspects to be presented by the candidate and how to present themselves in the interview also. Know yourself, be yourself. That's a beautiful tagline she has added. Professor Sivaram already in the opening note he has mentioned about something called as success skills, and Madam spoke about life skills. And very aptly she mentioned that success is not a journey and it's a destination, combination of both. Success is a combination of both. Without corporate experience, I can add this, that success is a combination of journey and destination. It's a continuous phenomenon. And we always feel that Lakshminarayan and myself, we always say that trust and address, how you dress yourself and how you address yourself matters a lot. So really, when I contacted her, she told that she would like to mentor up the students, and the way she has presented the topic actually, as in the initial beginning, as the management vice president expressed it is the toughest topic across the world, but she made it look very simple. I must say very happy. I must express my happiness to Madam that she has done a great job. Maybe we'll go for the interactive session. Questions, I think question answer sessions are already kept in the questions are kept in the chat box by the participants. I request Manish sir to proceed for the interactive session with the help of our faculty members, Chakravarti and Shobhananda. Once again, my thanks to the participants and thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. I request Sheikh Shabana Madam and V. Chakravarti, Assistant Professors of Hindu College of Management, to represent the questions which were posted by the participants in the chat box. All the participants are hereby informed to please post your questions in the chat box. They will be represented by our respected faculty members, and your name is also going to be mentioned, who is asking that particular question and all that. For the convenience and for the smooth running of the program without any disturbances, please cooperate. Thank you. Over to Shabana Madam and Chakravarti sir.
Thank you, Manish sir. Good morning, respected dignitaries, faculty members, and attendees. Thank you for your stimulating speech, madam. It was really a great presentation made at the meeting. I really felt that you are speaking to me directly. Thank you, ma'am. Madam, with your permission, can I start Q&A session?
Madam is there, Trivedi Madam Garu?
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you.
Madam, can I start Q&A session with your permission, ma'am?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Thank you, ma'am. Most of the students are asking the same question, like what questions should be asked from the resume? Over to you, ma'am.
Generally, interviewer will not ask anything which you have not mentioned in your resume. They will ask you more about your academic project, or they just simply ask, because you people are, buddies. They're just entering into a job. So their intention is not to question you more and more and trouble you at all. Listen and say what you have learned for the past 15 or 16 years study. They'll just ask you to introduce yourself. Say thanks to them for giving an opportunity to introduce yourself, and then start saying that, you're so-and-so and studied, your schooling is there, and then you have studied like this. And may ask you one or two few, if two people are there, one must be technical, the second must be observing your personality traits. So the first person may ask you more into the technicality. I know that you people are highly knowledgeable, your own subject matter, and you can simply answer the technicality. That's what I said, the technical is always something directly connected to the project. And the second is the observations. That is what you have learned out of box is your ability. And the other point is, if somebody is connected to HR, they will just observe you. Not more than that. Don't get tensed. Just be free, and you can make more and more mistakes. No worries. If not the first interview, the second. If it is not the second, the 10th. And the other point is, don't get restricted yourself only to get into MNCs or big and large companies. No. Every company and every experience has its own advantage and disadvantages. Yes, we are learning out of it. It is an experience which we are gathering. In fact, you must be thankful to the employer, also giving you experience as well as he is paying for you, right? Hope you understand what I'm trying to say here.
Thank you so much, madam. The next question from Murli Nani, and the question is, as a fresher, what kind of strength and weaknesses to be mentioned in resume? Over to you, ma'am.
See, it's again a big analysis. You have to do SWOT analysis. There's weakness, opportunities, and threat. Nothing is like your strength. Nothing is like your weakness. Everybody will have. Nobody is perfect in this world. So we are just trying to understand our own self. Something is, like if I told you, like if I am unable to speak English, then I'm working on the point what you are calling as weakness, but I'll say that is not the weakness. It's only the area of improvement. There's nothing like weakness, dear. Never saying that way. Never thinking that way at all. It's an area of improvement, a degree variation. Somebody from, English brought up our English schools and everything, they must be speaking much a better English than you, a better vocabulary than you. But you are improvising yourself. Never say that it is my weakness. Say that, of course, it's my strength. Of course, this is my area of improvement. More than that. Hope you understand.
Yeah, thank you, Ma. So thank you for a much more informative answer for the question. And the next question from...
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Two right questions raised by the majority of student community is asking the same questions and how to exhibit their strengths, weaknesses. Madam also very befitting manner has given answer. And actually, no, one thing is correct. 100% no one is what call a pioneer in this world. Definitely everyone has certain what call weaknesses, certain threats also. For example, sometimes, our parents' health is an issue. Our grandparents, they look after very nicely to us. But sometimes their health is very, very health problem. And sometimes is posing a problem to the family member, especially young guys and girls. They didn't know. These are the common issues. Okay. So try to one example I can quite here. Long back, 1942, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, you know very well, first Home Minister of this country. Why in his profession, while he's arguing at the court, for sake of some of the people, the British government accusing them and for some bomb case, almost more than 25 people booked FIR, and the matter come to the court. On behalf of the 25 accused members, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was arguing. Suddenly one notice, one slip, one information as a handover by his friend is read it, but close the eyes 1 minute and again resume to argue with on behalf of these people. Judge has noticed that. British judge is also British. Noticed that immediately with curiosity, he was asking question, what the matter, some information came in, what is that? But simply informed, my wife just lost his breath. Is no more. The British judge astonished about it. And immediately, within 2 minutes, accepted his arguments and released the 25 people from the convention. Try to understand this type of what called the very important. Boldness is very, very, very important. My dear student friends, at interview, questions always on your resume, sometimes on your experience, sometimes on your project. Suppose whether you have done project is really or not. Interviewers sometimes tested it. Right? Where sound knowledge is very, very essential on your project. Sound knowledge is essential in your functional areas, especially for management education is concerned, functional areas. basics, professional management is concerned, strategic management is concerned, try to understand the fundamentals. I am always questioning. Suppose some of the students come to the what call interview, some of the colleges requesting us and kindly select the faculty. A faculty point of view, want to test them the fundamentals in the subjects, in chosen subjects. That's why please try to exhibit your knowledge. Self-confidence is very important. Self-confidence, same you try to exhibit to the interviewers. Right? HR person never speak a word. He is always observing your body language. Madam is also rightly mentioned one point that is called never feel tension. Never feel tension. With optimism we can face the interviewer. Never lose smiling from beginning to the end. Never smiling. Suppose any interruption will take place. Sir, excuse me, sir. Please let me complete my view. That way you may request it. People definitely allow you. So that type of self-confidence, a clear-cut explanation, a clear-cut narration is very, very important. That will you take to the top stage in your career. Thank you, and hand over the Dr. Ramanagar.
Yes, sir. I request Chakravarti to continue with the interactive session.
Thank you, sir. So, ma'am, one more question from the aspirant called Anil Kumar.
Yeah.
While preparing our resume, can we mention our non-technical abilities, though there is no proper certification for it? Can it be accessible?
Yeah. I'm getting more and more questions in this chat box also. I'm able to see this and enthusiasm from the listeners. Yeah, see, only thing is what I'm saying is, other than non-academic, say take an example. I'll just project myself as an example. I did my diploma in Carnatic Classical. Although it is nowhere connected to the Carnatic Classical, but I just mentioned that I did my diploma in Carnatic Classical. So that shows that I am a multi-talented to the interviewer, and no way it is connected to the my own profession where I think so. But to be frank with you, it helps a lot while any event management in the perspective of the corporate are these things. Arts will give you a personality. It cleanses you. It gives you a personality. And I can see one of the boy who's asking me, ma'am, I don't have any hobby, but I love to listen music. Why not? It is not that, that I told you in the beginning itself, it is not that, if you are a singer, dancer, painter, then only it's a hobby. No. Listening to the music, watching a beautiful garden, itself is a hobby. And when you are saying about, if it is non-academic qualification, which is not, qualified in that way also, you can mention that. Only thing is, it is showing that other than the regular academic qualifications, you also understand these points. You're not saying that you're expertised in that, studied in that, you got a diploma in that. No, you're saying that I can also understand these particular areas. That's what it is. Yeah, and one more, I may not be in a position to answer. Thanks to all students who have been chatting with me, but I may not be in a position to answer every query. So somebody written that resume and curriculum vitae. So you can Google the difference. It is very easy for you, because the people who are in the teaching profession and everywhere, because you have to mention the researches and everything what you have done, they generally use the curriculum vitae. But otherwise, for you guys as students, you can use the word as resume. Yeah. Anything?
Just a minute, madam. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Now I request our Vice President, Sri S.V.S. Lakshminarayan garu,
to speak a few words. Sir, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. It was a good speech. Definitely, people must have got benefit out of it in preparing the things. Since as an experienced person, as a CEO, we used to get a lot of applications. We have conducted some of the interviews. At a senior position, we have also attended some of the interviews. Then some of the people who are senior officers into civil administration and all that, we are sharing what sort of questions and how they have written their SOP and all those things. That one thing the students must remember is, under no circumstances you should not write what you are not. That is most important. You should not plan what could be the mood of a people. Suppose depending on the board of the members or the company which you are applying, because they are interested in certain things, they are interested in that, this and all those things. Don't prepare yourself to appreciate or to attract them. That is another important aspect one has to remember. Otherwise, you will be caught unnecessarily. So there is a difference between two things, the most important things. One is an extracurricular activities and then hobbies. You must be very, very careful in writing your hobbies. What you are not. Generally, hobbies means sports. They write. They don't mention anything. But many people sitting there will be knowing about it and they will start putting you, cornering the question. If you say simply cricket is my hobby, then you should have the total knowledge of it. Hobby means on which you get a pleasure, you have a lot of depth of information, enjoying everything. So then they will put the questions on that. So you should, I will give you a small interesting example since you're all students. One of my friend who has attended the civils interview, because he has written the same thing, that hobbies, gardening. So when he has written about the gardening, somebody is asking me, what is a hobby? Hobby is what you do for your pleasure. Remember, extracurricular activities is like a project work or doing some social work. All these things are comes under. Hobbies means which you do for your pleasure. So when he has asked that question, he said gardening. So the people who are sitting in the board has told him, what sort of a gardening you do? So then, sir, we have a small kitchen that I will be doing the kitchen garden. What do you grow in the kitchen garden? The next question. So just like that, because he has not really prepared for it, just like that, because he thought that nobody will question too many questions on that. It's a simple thing. Like cricket means you say, what is the ranks? Where are the international matches? So many, lot of information will be there. Hockey, you have a lot of information. Lot of things are there. But in this, he thought that it is a simple thing that one should have a hobby and in this. Then he said, where are you working? What do you grow in your kitchen? He simply said tomatoes, because that is what he has seen in the morning. He said tomatoes. Okay, tomatoes you grow. In what season you grow the tomatoes? This is the depth of a question. So the moment it has come, fortunately, because he is smart enough to get rid of that question, you also, even if you do a mistake, you should have the potentiality or the capacity to come out of that situation. He said, this is the season where we grow tomatoes. They understood the smartness in the sense, in the Delhi, when it is a summer, almost August is not a serious rainy season in Delhi. It was just a beginning, even July, August, but it is a heavy rains in Kerala. He is from Kerala. So probably he can escape it. No, this season means, is it a Delhi season or the Kerala season? So probably they don't pull too much on that also. So what you are not supposed to mention. That is a fundamental rule for any student who is applying for the any job or in filling the resume, particularly the resume. That is a most important aspect that one has to remember. And the brief information about how you are, how you want it, is a very important aspect. In the sense, suppose you write the history that I have participated here, yes, but we have the acknowledgement and you have the documentation on these things, you have got any information on this. You don't suddenly have participated in a bigger agitation. They may put a lot of questions on this. So this is a important aspect. So you must write such a information which is really substantiating, and then the other thing is that which you are able to answer, which you should have get a knowledge. So hobbies, you should be very, very careful. And also a pleasant pleasant appeal, in the sense pleasant thing that you should write, so that there should be a elaborate answer which you can give on that. That is an important thing. Another thing is that this is only a filling of an application, and see to it that where you are competent, where you are highly competent, such a type of an information should be humbly passed into the application. In the sense, say for example, say your potentiality is there in that working on the agricultural labor, say for example, your project, or your project is about the projects which are there, like even suppose in a Guntur, you can speak about the cotton, tobacco, and all those things. You can express it that I have done a project on that, so that you can give an elaborate talk on that, which you can impress the person who he is putting a question on that. So be careful about in filling that these are important aspects, whether the project report or the project report which you are mentioning. Many of you know that you will be filling the projects. We have seen the people that who have come for that, I have done that project, this project. When we put questions on that, they don't have an answer. I did a project on ITC. What do you mean by ITC? What is today's ITC? You are not aware of it. Any industry, have you ever seen what is a threshing? What is a gold? Why it is called as a gold color? What do you mean by barren? All these things you should know. So this is an important aspect. So you must give a reasonable, substantiating information, which is which you have an authority on that. That is the most important factor. Madam has also told us that don't say what you are not. Don't try to write in writing, particularly in writing. You are not expected to write what you are not supposed to. And another thing is, when you are going to write, say for example, an attractive thing, prepare thoroughly on that. Don't casually put anything. Nothing is casual. You should not be casual in approach, casual in writing, casual in words, casual in letters also. You should be very, very careful in that, because that speaks a lot. So suppose for a job today, you find about 1,000 applications. They don't have that much of a time to इतना करने के लिए. कोई हिंदी में बात कर रहा है, हिंदी में you are selling it in Hindi, so I can also speak Hindi. But what is important is that when you cannot, don't put it. Don't put it. And what you are expected to put it. That is an important factor. Even while mentioning also your family members also, when we put a question directly, you will be putting that, no, my father was actually, you have a lot of confusion about your own father profession. So prepare what you are supposed to talk about your father also, what you are going to suppose to your project also. These are all the important factors. So this is a most important thing that which you can also include. One of the beautiful talk I also heard, I just added because our experience is in reviewing the applications, and of course in the personal interviews also. Application is resume is the most important factor. 50% of your acceptance is only on that. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Over to Shabana, madam. Continue the question and answer session.
Most of the students are asking the same question, madam. And the question is, my resume is too long and body. How do I cut it down effectively? Which means how long should the resume be? Over to you, ma'am.
To be open with you, as I already mentioned, a recruiter will not give more than 2 minutes. 2 minutes is big time. They will not review. And if it is in a 10 years or 15 years experience people, they may give 3 minutes, a maximum of 4 minutes. For you, it is 2 minutes is higher side. So try to make it short and cute. Just if possible, make it in a 1.5 page or 1 page. Just mention the points which I have already shared with you, like your career objective, qualification. I have told you already your academic project, personal details. Anything else which you would like to? These are the major points which we look forward. And anything else you would like to write or mention that, as rightly said by a legend just now, mention the facts which you really know about, nothing more. Hope you understand. Can I go for the next question?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for your information, ma'am. And the next question is, as a fresher, we don't have any achievements and awards and experience. But to overcome this, what are the best answers to be given during interview, ma'am?
It's not compulsory that you should have achievements. No, not at all. So as a fresher, definitely you will not have any experience. Your experience is only into the academic experience. So I'm just mentioning, if you have any, just write down. If you do not have, it's not compulsion that you have to write. See, one thing you remember, that you are unique. You're different from other. Only thing is you need insights. Understand yourself. Just be confident, be peaceful before attending for any interview. Just be truthful. Whatever you know, say that, yes, to this extent, I know it. If you do not know, just say that, I want to know about this and I want to improve myself. That's all. Yeah?
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So another question is from Ruby Priyanka. She's asking that if in an interview, the interviewer asking, why did you choose this profession? So for this question, what is the better way to answer, ma'am? Over to you, ma'am.
You mean to say that this profession or this company? I didn't understand.
Yeah. So both the questions now.
Yeah, if it is the profession, in the sense you have already chosen in your career. See, if you're an MBA student, you would have chosen HR to be your major or marketing to be your major. In the sense you have already made up your mind to be into that profession. So the only thing is you want to excel in that profession, because that's the only way which you can express. The second point, coming to the corporate chosen by you. So just match your passion towards the corporate. I mean, your objective towards the corporate. And this practically, I'm telling you, if you have many opportunities in your hand, then you have this kind of a shortlist in your choice. If you have 1 or 2 in your hand, accept it, get into the job, start working, gain the experience, and then look for the opportunities. So first and foremost, as I told you, first 5 years to 6 years is you have to get a variety of experiences. Money automatically follows. So gain more and more experience, work for it, and then world is yours.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So one more counter question further is, if some people are having an industry experience and they want to shift from that industry to academic. So in such a case, if the same question is, how can we address that question? I mean, how would you choose that profession?
I mean, you mean to say that from industrial experience to teaching profession, is that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, actually, they both look different, but they are one and the same. Because the only thing is, you have learned a practical experience in the industry, and now you are teaching the same experience, what you have practically experienced, to the student. It is only expression of the past experience. So it's one and the same. It's your choice how you would like to go ahead from the industry experience to the teaching side. See, finally, it is your pleasure. Wherever you work, if you're happy enough, then that is your industry, that is your job. Nothing more than that.
Thank you, madam. And the next question.
Madam,
Yeah.
one question, madam.
Yeah.
Before COVID pass outs and after COVID, that is post-COVID pass outs, whether they are from graduates or postgraduates, whatever it may be, from either from commerce or arts or sciences or technical background like B.Tech or M.Tech, is there any discrimination as far as the pass outs are concerned? When the corporates, the companies are undergoing the recruitment and selection process, are they going to show any discrimination?
Literally, no. It's only the COVID is in between, like nobody expected in the world, and it is and at the same time, whether it is online or offline, kids are studying and universities are doing the regular examinations and everything. So it's not going to affect in that way at all. But the only thing is, few of the industries are refining themselves according to the need. So that's the only point which I can tell about. Other than that, there is no major difference because of this COVID or non-COVID.
Thank you, madam.
Sir, and madam, and the next question is how to decrease stress and pressure during interview, and what are the skills to be increased during interview, ma'am?
See, all of a sudden you cannot increase your skills. Tomorrow is my interview. I would like to increase my skills. By tomorrow, it will not happen. It is a process actually. You have to practice the skills. As I told you that it cannot be, a success cannot be, as like tomorrow's day. You have to work for it. So the can I ask you the question once again, please? Can you please repeat the question?
Yes, ma'am. What are the skills to be developed?
And before that, you asked something else.
How to decrease stress and pressure during interview?
How to release your stress before interview. Then that's what the hobbies and all that stuff will help you out. Nothing more. And then, just be yourself. Don't try to project which is artificial, which is not you actually. Just be with you. And I mean, like, you're not going into any bone. You're not going to face any, very difficult people or something like that. They're also you, like, just start thinking in that way. Just be peaceful and remember the positivities which you have. Take it as mantra. Remember that and get into the interview. Wish the people. Keep the smile on your face and do it. And don't think that that day is a different day. It is just a regular day. And you're just meeting some of the new people. doing that will definitely succeed.
Thank you, ma'am. So one more question.
Just 1 minute. I'm adding to that information. The majority of students is asking the same question: how to release what called stress at that during the interview. And that my observation is the majority of the people usually facing troubles and nervousness apparently appearing on their faces. But you know, the madam also rightly mentioned, right? Interviewers also, you feel and take them as any your family members. That way, you may. Otherwise, I think they are the what called once you look at them as an strangers, the what questions they may be posed, what type of encounters generally coming from the different members. Here, 4 or 5 members are there. Sometimes, you know, some of the members, their attitude is also different, attacking on you, and the people deriding you, and that means the people teasing you, and teasing that means not intentionally. So they want to test your patience. During that time also, you never lose your smile. Never lose smile. You maintain eye contact with all the interviewers. Eye contact, very confident way. Very confident way. Suppose then they try to what called different way, negative way. They're asking questions, but you never lose your what call confidence, and similar way answer very smiling man. Very smiling man. But some of the majority of the 5 or 6 questions that myself observed from the chatter box is technical skills. What technical skills? It is we may incorporate in the resume. My dear student friends, today technology is rampantly developing, and 5G and 5th generation computing technology has been utilizing by all the business organizations. You know very well, in this every company now digitally try to transforming themselves. They have developed based on their domain knowledge. Suppose their domain knowledge in the means their what type of the product or service that they are developing. So that the marketability purpose and logistic purpose and other purpose, they have developed their own digital platforms. Digital platforms. Everyone developed their digital platforms. Try to upgrade your skills. Upgrade your skills. That means that today technology is artificial intelligence technology. Artificial intelligence and cloud. Cloud is utilized. But cloud is actually not a like that. Cloud is actually belong to the everyone. IoT, Internet of Things. It is interdisciplinary technology. So we may try to create an awareness about it. And the CRM, customer relationship management, customer attitude, and customer behavior at the what called workstation completely has been tracking by the software, IoT software, with the help of the sensors. To try to understand type of operational skills are very, very essential to you. So try to understand. So these are the very important things generally taking place here. And another important technical skills is required now, data science. Data science is going to almost a buzzword for the management student. Keep it in the mind. Keep it in the mind. We may do it all these things very different way. So try to understand a data science point of view, or try to learn something, at least R language or the Python, Apache application, any one database, one language you try to learn, and you may project it. Definitely your opportunities may be increased. So many are there, but try to understand technically how I think what type of the software has developed. Actually, in the functional areas, HR point of view, and marketing point of view, and financial management point of view, what is familiar softwares which are used by the top companies, medium companies. Based on that, you try to learn, and you may place in the resume. Definitely, they will ask you question. Reason in digital formation era, that type of the what call technical skills required by the organization. That's why you try to improve yourself, upgrade your skills, and same you try to place it in the resume. Thank you.
Adding to this point, I told you already that it is not only you who requires a job. The employer also wants you. So
Yes,
definitely
exactly.
getting into an interview room, think that at the equal ratio. Then automatically your confidence boosts up. If he doesn't require to give a job, he would have not called you at all, right? So he requires you. The employer equally requires you. Only the equation should match. And you are working for that. So everything is equal and never underestimate yourself. So that's yours.
Yeah. So thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir, for your much elaborated answer.
Chakravarti, one point I would like to mention for the students.
Yes, sir.
The students, some of the students raised the questions, sir, how many pages of the resume we need to prepare? This point of view, myself also give some important tips to them. A resume might be very concise, right? For example, 14 bullets are there, these traditional bullets, you know very well, all the bullets. Already I told you, name, address, your qualifications, and a very important thing is your experience and your project work and your hobbies. So these are the different types of the bulletins. And another, what countries that you have visited, how many seminars that you have attended, where, how many the topics that you have presented, right? So these are the very important. So this once you project it, sometimes I think your achievements, suppose any other achievements are there. Achievements sometimes very lengthy. During the circumstances, what you do is, and you develop your own website. Your own website. A website, the particulars you put in the resume. Suppose interviewer want to know about your all the things in a detailed manner, then you go to the site and examine all your resources. Try to understand that is one of the important tip I would like to tell. A link you can give it. Once link is there, definitely, right? So in the biodata, in what offline point of view also, where you can give your website. We create your own website, or you create your own what called channel. Nowadays, these opportunities are there in social media. So you create it, and whenever they require, they may be open it and look at it. But resume must be very concise manner. You can develop it.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And one more question from Ruby. Okay, Anisha Kumari, ma'am. So if the interviewer asking us, tell us what you have not mentioned in your resume. So in such a case, what type of points I can share with them? What is the best way?
No interviewer,
you,
no interviewer will have that time. Asking you mention the points which you have not written on the resume. No interviewer will ask. So no worries on that particular type of thing. Don't more than required. So just write what you have written, what you know actually, and project. Nothing more than that.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So, and one more question from Prashanti.
Yeah.
So if the interviewer asking, how could you be an asset for our company? So then what is our best answer for that question?
And there you can mention, like, you're a trustworthy going to be, you're positive thinking, and you're hardworking, and all those qualities which you could have already encountered all those kind of qualities. Otherwise, you would have not in the same position now because of MBA final year or kind. Listen, until you would have worked hard, you would have not meet there. So mention such kind of things, how you are going to be an asset to the company. So saying that you're hardworking, sincere, you can work for extra hours than the industry required hours. Such things, it varies from person to person, that you can project.
Thank you, madam. And the next question is, what are the 3 most important keys to successful our interview?
You want 3 points too. I have already been saying that just be yourself. Just present yourself how you are. And then give the points which you know better. And make sure that you are going to be the right fit, the right place, what they're going to search for you. So before that, before attending for an interview, understand the company profile first. So get into the website of the company. Understand the products, what they are dealing with. And then try to match the company's profile and company's vision with the projects which you could have done. Because so definitely whatever the projects you have done are going to match with the company's objective. Try to understand that first. And then it will be easy for you to face the interview. So project in that way so that you are the right person to be chosen by the interviewer. So hope you understand. Match your projects, the experience through your projects, what you have gauged, map with the requirement of the company. That you can do it only when you get into the website and understanding the complete profile of the company. That helps you a lot.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And one more question from the 2 participants, the same question from Manasa and Rahman. So if you get the question, why you need this job? Why you need this job? So what is the best way to answer that question? Over to you.
Kids are
not useful to them.
Yeah, kids are thinking more than required. But still, I have why you need a job in the sense you say that the job is your passion, or you say that the job is your need. You know.
Yes.
If your need, say that it is my need. I have to meet the financial need. Or if somebody is not in the need of finance, then say that it is my passion. I want to work. I want to get the experience out of it. Yeah. So otherwise you would have not entered it for the interview. So don't think that, interviewers is bad and they will encounter with all such type of questions. They're very friendly. Once you start attending for interviews, you'll understand that they're very friendly because we do regularly the interviews. We never ask you such kind of questions which scares you, right?
Adding that the point that I will tell you, right?
We are not here to scare you at all.
Manasa and what is the need is there, but are aware or not, I don't know, Manasa, but I think majority of you are all around 20-21 age, right?
Yeah.
But job is actually, suppose you, after completion of your MBA, right? Already, suppose you would be, you may be an employee, deployed somewhere, right? Is always busy with the works. After some time, you may feel bored, right? You may feel bored. Then you start to, you create an interest to work in the organizations. Definitely, then job is there. Job is there, it became a fashion, especially for the ladies, right? Not for income point of view. It is a fashion that they have required qualifications. And some other people working after retirement also. But now second journey has started. I know some of my friends, my colleagues, they're after retirement, suppose from the last 20-25 years, they have been working. And almost a similar, time they're working for the organization. And where their experience is very essential for simultaneously bank managers. So after retirement, private banks take an account it. And some other organizations also deploy and recruiting them for the banking activities, finance services activities. So with knowledge, sometimes wish to utilize by the business organizations. That's why job is a fashion. Sometimes experience want to utilize by the organizations. That purpose we are continuing after retirement also.
Yeah. Can I interfere here, Chakravarti and Shabana madam?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Please, sir.
Yes, sir. Please.
Looking at the time span of Triveni madam, I will ask her whether she is able to take any more questions, or we don't know her time, pressing time. So she has given us time up to 12:45. So we have got another 5-6 minutes. So quickly try to touch upon the important questions before we go for
take one or two questions only.
Yeah.
All together.
Yeah. Over to Chakravarti or Shabana.
Okay,
Six
sir.
people.
And
Go ahead, madam.
what is the worst resume mistake ever?
There is nothing like, like worst or the best. So that is the grade of understanding about one's own self. It is not that we just throw a resume because it is not properly written. We don't do that. So nothing like it is worst, or, of course, people will, while writing the resume, they do take care of English, spellings, and everything. And nobody will write anything which is not required. So nothing like a resume is the worst or the best. We just focus on the key points because the search engine works on the key points. We just took required keywords and we shortlist the resumes and we call for the interview. So make sure that always mention the keywords which are required by the employer when you're applying for an employment.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. So one more question from the aspirants. Loving myself will not make me arrogant. So that's the question, ma'am.
Yeah, repeat.
Loving myself. Can you repeat the question?
Loving myself will not make me arrogant.
Will it not make me arrogant? Will it not make me arrogant?
No.
Will it not?
It will never. It will never. Why? Because loving yourself is understanding yourself. So if you think beyond your own skills, then it may lead to ego. Ego is different. That is thinking beyond yourself and underestimating the people by comparing with them. So loving always brings understanding. When understanding is there, there is no chance of getting the ego in your personality. So love always cleanses you. So whether you love anybody or you love yourself. So I'm saying start loving yourself. Then you see yourself day by day different.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. So
this
one
is
more.
Actually the
Please carry on, Chakravarti.
Okay. So most probably the last question of the session, ma'am. So please explain further on how to develop inner voice in English.
Inner voice in English sense, that's what I told you. Like, see, your thought process always goes in your own mother tongue. I can give you thousands of examples in that way, but I took one example saying that I want to get up in the morning. So if the question is from Telugu, పొద్దున్నే నేను నిద్ర లేవాలి, రేపు పొద్దున్న నేను కాలేజ్కి వెళ్ళాలి, పొద్దున్న నాకు ఎగ్జామ్ ఉంది. That's what your mind says. So the moment your mind says, రేపు పొద్దున్న
Government job, private job, engineering student.
Repeat
Manoj
that and translate it into English first. So start thinking in English in that way. So naturally, first you will know how to make the sentences, how to connect with the past, present, and future. So start thinking in English. That's what I told you, so that you will learn English very easily. So finally, even for Hindi speaking people, kuch to log kahenge, logon ka kaam hai kehna. So never bother about what people are going to say about you. Just understand yourself, love yourself, and be yourself.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So one more question from Manoranjan Kumar. So his question is, being a civil engineer, which job means the government job or a private job is better? So please advise.
I think voice broken. Can you just repeat the question again?
Yeah, ma'am. Am I clear, ma'am? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. So being a civil engineer, can I go for a government job or a private job? So please advise.
Yeah, nothing is good or bad in this way. The choice, see, there are some people opt for government jobs because people start thinking that, government jobs are more secure than the private jobs. Nowadays, it is also not the same because they're also, reworking on their policies and procedures. And as far as you're good at your work and you want to prove yourself, the industry is the same, whether it's the public sector or a private sector. You have to prove yourself all the time, and you have to have a vision where you want to be after 2 years, after 5 years, after 10 years. So that vision always should be there. So then automatically the progress comes, whichever be the sector.
Yeah, thank you so much, ma'am. So thank you so much for your patient listening and quite smartly answered all the questions and for all our participants. So thank you so much one more time.
Thank you so much.
Special thanks to Sivaram Prasad sir also. And now I request Manish sir to take over the session and further proceedings. So over to Manish sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Chakravarti. Thank you, madam. Thank you very much for sparing your valuable time with our participants.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for giving me an opportunity. And really, I enjoyed the entire session. Even I learned a lot from you guys, you people, you like seniors. And of course, kids have given me a good insights. Wonderful program.
Actually, participants are from 5 states, madam.
Yeah.
Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Maharashtra, and Orissa, madam.
Yeah. Ramagaru told me about this.
A good number of students have participated from all these states, and they have very much benefited, I think. With your valuable experience, you have shared much more information and all that. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks to all the participants, delegates, research scholars, professors, senior faculty members who have participated in this webinar, and for gracing the occasion with your valuable presence. Hindu College of Management is extending its greetings to all of you. Thank you, one and all. Sir, Principal sir.
Yeah. I also extend my thanks to Madam and Professor Sivaram Prasad Garu and all the participants. I must say one thing, Madam, that highest participation has come with this the 7th webinar what we are conducting continuously every Saturday. We have received around 980 registrations. Wow. And the entire seating capacity of the Zoom called as 500 is complete, madam. So that shows about two things. One is the right choice and the right person, right choice of topic and right choice of person also. So my special greetings to you. Once the situation becomes all right, we request you to personally come and interact with our students in Guntur, madam. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Now,
hope people got a good information through this seminar.
The feedback is extremely good, madam. Feedback is pouring in through the forms, feedback formats. I'll share that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks for that.
Now I request Santilata madam, as HOD of Commerce, to extend greetings. Over to Santilata madam.
Thank you, Manish sir. A very good afternoon, one and all. It is a matter of pride for me that I am proposing a vote of thanks for this webinar. First of all, I would like to propose hearty gratitude to our guest speaker, Smt.C.S.V.TRIVENI garu, to take out time from her busy schedule to grace the event. Thank you, ma'am, for providing very valuable information regarding to how to set the career objectives of students and preparing resumes and how to face the interviews. Thank you, ma'am, for your very interesting and thought-provoking address. I'm sure that all the participants and my students have taken note of your suggestions and will be discussing, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your patience answering also, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by Dean and Professor R. Sivarama Prasad garu from Acharya Nagarjuna University. We all are inspired, sir, by your great words. Thank you very much for your spending valuable time. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to express my gratitude to Principal Dr. S.V. Ramana garu for being constant support and lot of encouragement given from time to time. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I am grateful to our college secretary and correspondent for giving us, Sri Cheru Ramakrishnamurthy garu, for giving us an opportunity to organize this event, and every time, sir, giving very good opportunities for me and encouraging very much. Thank you, sir, for your encouragement. And I express my gratitude to the Vice President, Sri S.V.S. Lakshminarayana garu, and also our students, and we follow your words, sir. Thank you for inspiring words. I heartily congratulate all the participants for their active participation in this event and active listening and questioning the different questions. As no program can become successful with a single person, so I extend my big thanks to our department, entire our fraternity, for their support, and especially Sri K.V. Manish for his coordination in all the webinars. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And thank you all for making this event successful with your contribution. Thank you, all of you. Over to Manish, sir. Manish, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, can I add a word here, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely.
I think we must extend our sincere thanks to Majed Prasad garu for linking the guest of today, C.S.V.TRIVENI madam, for this program. Our thanks to him especially. Yeah, thank you. Over to Manish with a request to end the meeting. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you, one and all. Me certificates anni kuda meeku all the participants' certificates will be sent to their respective mail IDs, and it will take a minimum of 10 days time. Every day 100 participants are getting the certificates. So please cooperate in this regard. If anyone has not received the certificate, don't worry about that. After 10 days, just remind us once, so that definitely we will take care of sending your certificate to you, participation certificate to you. We'll take care of it. Thank you, madam. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, one and all.
Yeah,
sir, we are ending the meeting, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.